Well, hello there, YouTubers. This is Jared, working on my videos here. Now, as you can see, I have my motor pulled back out, which obviously means it's either maintenance or something's not working the best. Oh, don't think about these gears. These gears ended up working really good, although I am thinking about doing something else with them. But usually when you got to pull something apart, that means something's wrong. Like I said, it wasn't with those. I went to the next gear in the line and the weakest link, and it happened to be that one. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. I have come together with the plan on what to do with this. And I believe my idea will still be a bit cheaper than me coming together with setting up a treadmill motor for $100, $150, $200, whatever they cost. And because that's what's popular to do, is get a treadmill motor, get a belt drive pulleys, make some of those. And a lot of those guys are making, I guess I could probably make it if I got the machine stuff working together. But a lot of people are working on these G0704 mills, and they're just get them for that purpose of making a small CNC machine setup. Which is in my intention in the future, but not right now. I'm just trying to get through my few projects here. But this next series of videos is probably going to be Project 2. Okay, my first thing was to do this. Now, I did buy some gears, and I'm going to come on, got a really great idea. I think I'm going to give an attempt on fixing this. And I did buy some other gears. Now, I did my first 4 videos showing how I put these on here, and I made this spacer plate and put that on there, and that all went really well. This was working really good until that happened. I'm actually in the process, after I make this video, I'm going to put this all back together, because you can still see that's the high gear. This is the low, and this is the high. I can still use this. So, what I've decided is that this machine, it's not like a big heavy machine like a Bridgeport, and I've seen people talking about that. I think these machines, they only spin 2200 RPMs, and people put them on the belt drives, well, because they're running them faster on a CNC system, so it'll blaze through there in your accesses and do that. And I'd love to do that. I'm just not at that point yet. I just need the machine to work. So I'm going to put it back together and use this. May have some other options to help me in making this. I'm not for sure on that, but that's going to be a whole later topic. But I got some gears for this coming in, and what I've decided to do, this was great. I really liked how this worked out. And, you know, I had this idea, but I thought I maybe saw the idea before. And if anybody's familiar with these machines, you've been on the G0704.com website, and I've read through that and stuff, and that's where, you know, that's where everybody goes to for doing the stuff with these machines. Okay, and it was one of the projects. He actually did try this, and maybe I subconsciously had this and I totally forgot about it because that was like maybe a couple of years ago when I looked at that. But then I done this. He done it a little bit differently. It was sort of like a QTC Gears or something. I don't think their website's going anymore because I just ordered these off of eBay out of China. If you go back to my first project and see these, but I've decided, like what he done there, is to turn it faster. I got another set. This one here is like a 35 millimeter step across here. And the new set's going to be 35 teeth gear. I can't even remember what I've got on these. I think this is like a 42 and a 30 or 35, something like that. It was 1.5 ratio. Well, actually, I'm just going to do a 1-to-1. And honestly, when you're spinning up the, you're not going to have low end torque with the motor, because if you put it on low range, or low speed on high, you can stall the thing out by grabbing the spindle, but not so much in low range. But this thing can't handle a whole lot of torque, as you can see, for that low range. So I'm just kind of giving you a heads up of what I intend on doing. Is I got the new gears. This is a 14 millimeter shaft, and this is for a 15 millimeter shaft because I've got this one manufactured and some of the updates that they did to this mill. So I've got the bigger updated motor. I think it's like still 1 horsepower, but I think it's just maybe a little bit heavier duty, and it's got a bigger spindle. The earlier models had a 10 millimeter. This is a 14 millimeter. So I've got a 35 tooth, 14 millimeter bore, and a 35 tooth So it'll be 1-to-1 ratio, and this has got a 15 millimeter bore. But the thing of it is the step is smaller. This is 35 millimeters. The other one will be 25 millimeters. So when this actually, get the grease sticking in there. Go over here. It might actually, I might be able to do away with the step, because with this gear, with this piece right here, I didn't machine it down, and I think this is actually 20 millimeters all the way across. It's actually 2 millimeters shorter, and it's only 25 across, so it might fit in that hole, and that's why I kind of got the idea. I want to spin it faster, so when I'm cutting through the stuff, because I might have little microflex, you know, that's still to be debated. You can't just hog through this stuff and everything. And I'm going to go through the machine and do some other things, because if I can get my light on here, actually. Yeah, let's see if they're going to focus here. Yeah, I started wearing them down and everything, but I had where the surface finish was doing really good. I had the high hardness bits, and but then I had to start turning it low because I have a number of issues. I'm going to work on a thing here. So everybody's got these things. I'm going to work on probably a metal guard of some sort, a splash guard. So when I'm trying to spin at 3,500 RPMs, 4,000, something like that, you know, I've got something, a scatter shield, basically. But because I think the surface finish will be better. Because I think running this at low RPM with that facing tool that I have, if you see it on my other video, I'm not gonna get it out. I got my hands full of stuff right now. But I think the cutting with this machine, going faster with it. You know, there's more experienced people, and I think that's what they were talking about. They used the machine for a little bit. They did some of the belt drive stuff, and it worked better. But a lot of people are using aluminum. I think mostly for some of their little hobbies, or they might use a little small business or whatever. I got, you know, some of my little hobby prototype stuff I'm working on. But I want to spin it faster because I think it's going to help my cutting with the bits I'm using and all those different factors. And I think, you know, you're spinning the motor up a little bit higher with that gear ratio, and I think it'll handle it. And then I think with the, you know, this thing here, if you're trying to lug it down too much, it might have small micro, you know, because I can see it a little bit different as I'm coming across. You know, right through here, I was spinning lower because I was just trying to get through it. I was having a few issues. I had some good spots. I was doing good, but then I had to slow it down, and the surface finish started having a little bit of issues. So I think what goes faster, it's taking all these micro cuts instead of trying to cut through, and that's, you know, kind of my intention. So I got new gears coming in. I'm back over here. So I'm going to replace these two gears that go here with the same size, 35 teeth, 35 teeth, so it'll be 1-to-1 ratio. And when the person put that project together, the person's got some pictures on there, G0704.com under projects. It shows that they're a gear swap of some sort. And that's basically what I done, and I didn't remember that I did see that, and I ended up just doing it. But you know, or else if I did remember that, I might have just done the same thing and done it 1-to-1 to start with, so I just ended up getting some more gears. But I got some gears that I think is going to work with this. This is a combination gear. I didn't find anything like this, but I'm going to go through a process of maybe trying to recreate this or make something that's going to work. So this will be an interesting project, so you might want to stay tuned and watch this. I'm over here in video land on YouTube trying to see what the making videos is all about. I'm going to have a little bit of fun working on my project, so we're going to see. I don't want to keep replacing plastic gear, so I'm not doing that anymore. I got a different idea. So appreciate you watching all my videos, and do with the comments and all that stuff what everybody does. If you got questions or something like that, you know, put a comment in there or something. I'm just doing what everybody else is doing, trying to figure out what the video stuff on YouTube's about, and while I'm working on my things, and maybe somebody else will get some entertainment out of this, or got some questions, working on some of the same kind of projects. So have a great day. Bye.